Good morning. Me, Sriparna ma'am, is not talking about life hacks today. It's not talking about learn phonics with Sriparna ma'am today, but some of the very important thing which we all need to notice. And I am going to talk about the sustainable development, the conservation, and the ecological balance and biodiversity. Recently, one seminar I have attended in 20th March, and it was, do you know what it is? It is World Sparrow Day. So people are very much worried that why sparrow is reduced a lot, and in the city we cannot see sparrow much now. How before we used to see, but why it is? We actually have seen a lot of changes happen in city scenario. What are those? We are seeing now that old houses are not there. The sparrows are very familiar to make their nest in the old houses. Generally, they like wooden structure. I remember in my childhood, I used to see the sparrows are coming, laying eggs in our pelmets. So now those concepts are not there. Aluminium channels, all the windows and doors are uh, making up with aluminium channels, and less usage of wooden structure. Old houses are not there. New high rises are coming up and apartments are made. Sparrows doesn't like that. They don't like it. So, when we are talking about biodiversity, we have to think about the nature where they can flourish. They can enhance their number. So, we are talking about mobile towers and all, but at the same time, we are not getting the old houses, and the lifestyle has also changed. In the night now, we are spending, many software people, they are spending their time for meeting, calls. They are taking their calls at night. It is well lit. So sparrows are confused. All the roads are very well lit because of our safety and security reason, very valid. But because of the light after dark, after dusk, the birds are totally confused. The birds, not only birds, even insects. So if we are talking about biodiversity and ecological balance, we need to give all those things back to them. And really, I don't know how is it possible. So I thought I will discuss with you, and I will raise the problems what we have discussed in 20th March, which is World Sparrow Day. Another very important thing, I travel a lot, and while traveling, I noticed many things which is very serious for us related to biodiversity. This time we went to JP. It is near Bijanbari. The area is in West Bengal, North Bengal rather. And the homestay where we stayed, it is named as Chetna Farms, and a small stream is going through that homestay. I will not say it is a resort. It's so nice. Everywhere terrace cultivation, we can see squash. So different areas of our country, the squash is cultivated here and supplied every day. 15 to 20 trucks are loading squash from this area. That area I'm talking about. And why I am talking about? Because we were there overnight, and in the morning I have watched at least more than 50 species of birds. Believe me. Many birds we don't know the name, we cannot relate, because when I asked them, the local people, they were telling the local name, which is not at all familiar with us. But it is so nice to see not only the birds and their families. So it's like orchestra, morning and the dusk. So it was like orchestra, and so many birds were there. Time just flied. We could not make how we were watching the birds' activity, and we just enjoyed those time. That means what I want to say, if we conserve nature by any means, that we have to find out how we can do. Okay, so then our ecological balance will be there. Recently I went to a place where a huge banyan tree was there, and there was a temple. So we can say that that is a sacred grove, and the local community, they don't allow to cut to touch anything to that tree. And since the temple is there, I have seen so many monkeys are coming there, and people are feeding, people are maintaining, and they are allowed to feed. So in that, I have seen one monkey which is not having hand, and people said that because of high tension wear, the monkey actually burnt his hand. But since it is getting a lot of food near the temple area, from very far morning the monkey traveled a lot and reached there to get the food. So again, shelter, food is very, very important for our animal life, and we need to restore it by any means. And you will not believe, I have seen a flock of kites, because people little bit far away from that temple, there is a garbage zone, and extra food they are just keeping. So we are getting the kites, which is very rare to see. And if you can think, there is less traffic jam. So there is no horn, air is fresh. And in JP also, where I have seen many birds, I shared also, there also the air pollution is least. So when we are talking about conservation, when we are talking about sustainable development, biodiversity, ecological balance, all these things we need to keep in our mind. Another very important and interesting thing, the tortoises. Believe me, they are losing their way to reach beaches. Why? Because for the safety and security reason, the beaches are very well lit now. Okay? And they don't know that. Tortoises, they cannot identify their path because of the lights after dusk, after twilight. So they are losing their path and eventually they are away from the beaches. So we cannot see those kind of tortoise in that particular beaches which I am talking about. So it is really very, very serious. Please, we must think about it. Come out with lot of measures how we can just restore and conserve our nature so that we can maintain the ecological balance. Thank you so much. Think about it. See you in the next video.